I don't see the chat. Let me have a look. Comments.
There we go. There you go, fellas. There you go, Steve. There you go, exit.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to stop talking about people then.
Yeah, stop talking about people. Can you hear us all right, fellas?
Yeah, Ray's on his Lenovo and I'm on my cheap phone. Quality stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, in there, bloody too hot in there. It's about fucking 30 odd degrees. I'm not that keen. Sort of thing. I'll just sort of get on and have a whinge about the day.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I think the headphones are the key.
Yeah, it's been bloody. Oh, it's been awful here today. Tomorrow's going to be hot too, so it's that time of the year. So Chico sounds good. Yeah, my dog. I'm just this tablet plays isn't the greatest, but I really don't care.
No, it sounds good. It sounds better than the other night when you're doing it. No, it sounds really clear. We had good weather today. Pretty cool, windy, and so I mowed the lawn and cleaned the house a bit. My brother came over and done some electrical work. And
yeah, you're down to Single Dick, having a cane cutter. What? Cordial. What's that?
A cane cutter cordial. What's that?
Don't know what that is. Oh, it might be a beer.
That's a beer.
Nah, not really. No, not tonight. I sweat too bloody much. And Pedro was saying before, he's have a couple of bourbons, mate. I'll fucking straight out my skin. There you go, Ghost.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost.
Yeah,
my brother bought me some of that Great Northern beer. Have you ever had it?
No, I don't drink beer much. Sometimes I do. Well, it's supposed to be pretty good. Pedro loves it. Sugar cane champagne. I like that. Yeah, have one. Check it out. Tell me what it's like.
I'm not much of a beer drinker. In Thailand, I have a few, but in Australia, I hardly ever drink it. So.
Yeah, when I was working full time, I'd knock off work in the hour because I work in a blacksmith shop. And on the way home, I get a couple of those throwdowns, only little ones. You can just scull them because nothing tastes worse. Yeah, well, nothing tastes worse than the bloody the end of a hot beer. Fucking tastes like shit.
Right.
These things just whoop straight down. Then I get down the road a little bit further and whack the other one down. I'll settle it down a bit. Bit of a square bear. Yeah, bloody oh man, I'm gonna sleep like a rock tonight. Yeah, we'll just get on for a little bit, I suppose. Everyone wants to go to NDTV, whatever.
Yeah, I normally sort of play it in the background. Check out what Sheilas are on there, and just have a bit of a perv and have a laugh. That's about it.
Yeah, I got a bloody mate just come around now. He just left about half an hour. About 3/4 an hour ago. I don't seem to be able to get away from these trailers. This is all rotten down the side, so I've got to patch it up for him to keep it going for a while. So it all comes. There you go, Luke.
G'day, Luke.
I'll patch it up for him, keep it going for a while. But he get another one later. He goes around. He's got a missus in Thailand too. Anyway, he had a condo in Pattaya he's paying off. And he's got one up here he lives in. Anyway, they end up selling it, but even for a while there, through that cavity, he was trying to support her, and bloody because she worked as a travel agent over there or some bloody thing. But anyway, he's sort of supporting her and bloody trying to pay his mortgage here and trying to live. So he drives trucks. He delivers spirits to bloody pubs and stuff up and down up to the north coast and back down the south coast. Anyway, but then when he's driving to work, he does the roadside pickups and gets scrap metal in his trailer. Anyway, he'll do it on the way home too, and then the next morning when he's going to work, he calls it the scrappers and scraps it. Picks a few. Right. He's a worker. He's one of those guys. He'd do anything for anybody. You couldn't get a nicer person, eh? I've known him forever. He's a good mate. I don't think I'll patch it up for him. I don't care. He's done plenty for me over the years.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh man.
You got the skills. You got the equipment.
Yeah. I sort of want to get away from this arthritis and my thumb's giving me the shits. When I finished today, my bloody thumb was just I could barely move it. But anyway, there you go, Andy. I got to get.
G'day, Andy.
I'll get a few $100 out of him for what I did. Yesterday afternoon. I worked from about 1 o'clock through to about 5, and then from about 7:45 till about 10:45 today. So that's a few hours, so get a few $100 out of that. Pay the bill. There, I'll get past this month on right. But oh man, yeah, I didn't even realise bloody Ghost Exit was having a stream. Otherwise, I would have got on there and given him a hard time.
Yeah, I was sort of in the middle of things, and I sort of listened to a bit of it, and then I had to go finish off the front yard. I cut it twice, like high then low again because it was so much grass.
Yeah, mine's getting a bit low, a bit high. How you going on, mate?
Hell, mate.
You've gone soft. Can't handle the heat. Yeah, right. You get out there welding in 37-degree fucking heat. And a welding bloody hot dip galvanized steel as well, splattering all over you. Oh man, I only wear my thongs when I'm welding, because just if you get boots, sometimes I've had so many hot bloody lumps of steel down the shoe, over the years. These days, I just if I get one on the foot, I just flick it off. It's gone, What's the spirit? Yeah, fair. Oh, fair enough.
Nice, Andy.
Oh, yeah, cool. Good on you. Yeah, safety thongs first. Yep. Yeah, well, about that. Unless you drop something on your feet, But I'll try to avoid all that sort of stuff. Owen phoned him from Bali. Looks like where he's staying.
Yeah, it looked nice. I've had a quick look at it. Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Some of the beaches there are lovely, but you got to climb down fucking cliffs to get to them.
Yeah.
I saw that bloody that young English couple I watch sometimes. They go to them, but it defeats the purpose of going for a swim. You got to climb down, 20 flights of stairs to get there. Then you got to climb them to get out.
Fuck that.
So you have a heat by the time you get out. Fuck that. Not that keen. Oh, see, they got another 2 of those bloody balloons. So not too sure about one of them. They're getting a bit cheeky over there. That bloody,
No, the Americans spy on the Chinese fucking forever. I mean, come on. Tit for tat.
Yeah, well,
Americans use more sophisticated methods.
Well, fucking. Yeah, well, they need to do something about the media over there, actually. They've created, the left is way too left and the right is way too right. Everybody's
it's always been like that. It's always been like that.
I think it's a lot worse than now what it was. But anyway, crazy. I'd hate to live over there. Did you see the one in Canada? No, I didn't see that. I saw that. Yeah, I knew there was one in Canada. Well, Trudeau didn't wait until it flew over the whole bloody country before he shot the bastard down. He just went straight up, bang, go and see it. There you go, Saul.
There you go, Saul. I just watched a bit of this Golgo. That was funny. Did I send you the link?
Yeah. That
was so funny.
Yeah, I don't even. He's been around a while. No, I don't think I've ever spoken to him.
I'm sure he met Ben somewhere in Cambodia or something.
He did.
Yeah, I'm sure it was him. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Happy Mongo Day.
Yeah, Mongo Day.
Yeah, it's bloody. It was going to say something bloody.
My dad's birthday today. He would have been 89, 88.
Oh, yeah, right. How long has he been gone for?
This year will be 7 years.
Shit.
In October, yeah. My brother visited the grave, just cleaned it up a bit.
Yeah, my old man died. He died at 92 in 2007. So he'd be a ripe old age by now if he's still alive.
Yeah.
Well over 100.
There we go. Golgo took one of Mning's friends to Cambodia. Yeah, he met him. I'm sure he met Ben. I think I saw him in one of Ben's streams.
Well,
he's a big supporter of Ben.
Talk about life achievement.
He must have a bit of money.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like I was saying before, in that chat. But, yeah. That's the way I see it. That's the way I look at it all these days.
Yeah, but at least Ben does things and goes places, and you got people sitting in front of the computer, at home, and expect donations. Come on.
Yeah. That bloody
I don't mind Ben.
I could never watch that bloody. What's a Barry?
Yeah, he's the one I'm telling you. Yeah.
I think I watched him for about 3 or 4 minutes, and he just dribbled shit the whole time.
Yeah.
How the fucking hell can people give a fucking idiot like that money? It's beyond me. He's just a fool. Well, actually, he is. He's a babbling fool.
Mm.
But anyway, whatever. Each to their own. Some people just like giving money to fools, I suppose. But bullshitters, I just don't like. I've got a big thing about bullshitters. Like nothing worse than a liar. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, but anyway.
That's sad, Andy. Sorry to hear that, mate.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, Andy. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, it sucks when you get to our age, mate. It starts happening, eh? I had another one last week myself, my bloody cousin. I was telling Zimmy a while back, I've been to so many funerals in the last couple of years. I'm starting to feel like
keep away.
The angel of death.
Angel of death is Ray.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Shame when it's his siblings. I had a sister went a few months back. Oh, we sort of always butted heads anyway, but still, she's still sister, felt a bit sad for her. It's a bit hard not to. That bloody, yeah, bloody, oh man. My back is just so sore, eh? I don't know. I think I'm not too sure my back hurts more than me bloody burns I've got. It sucks getting old. I shouldn't be doing this stuff anymore. I'm not supposed to be. But I don't know. When you can make a few $100 just for a few hours work, it's.
Well, that's the thing. That's your compensation.
Yeah, well, you got bills coming. You got bills actually here, and I've got more coming. It's just the stage dipping into the petty cash tin, so to speak.
Yeah, Ray needs a Thai massage.
Man, that's the one thing. Every time I go to Thailand, I don't go past 2 days without getting a leg massage. Holy shit! I love them. They fucking tie up in a knot, don't they? Look, my mate was there before. Honky bloody. He went over there. When he was over there, he said, "I've got a Thai massage." He says, "These 2 girls give me a massage." He says, "They nearly tore me to pieces." He said, "You probably find that ladyboys." And he fucking shit himself because he's as straight as the day is, long,
Yeah.
But, geez, I laughed. But those leg massages, I had really sore back a couple of years ago. There's before COVID, but anyway, over at over near where was it, near Strapon, I think it was. There was a Thai massage place, and I went there. I had a couple of Thai girls. Anyway, bloody sort of talking to them, and oh man, they only tied me up and I'm not. Fixed me back, but no bullshitters in this job. Oh no, there isn't. They all got halos, Saul. Every one of them. Okay, got halos above their heads. Oh man, it's just always been the same. It'll never change. It never has been. It's never been any different. I think the bullshitters just outweigh the bloody, the good guys along. When was the last time you went to Thailand? Oh shit. I think 2019, I think, is the last time I went, just before COVID hit. I'll get back after.
I've been back twice since. Oh, twice? Yeah, twice. Yeah. Twice. But this year I'll go. Hopefully I'll go twice, but definitely going in May. I just double checked my ticket and all that. Yeah, it's still there, sitting in the email.
Yeah. When
so I booked it in August.
Yeah, right. What's the prices? With?
I booked it in August on a sale, and it was $332 return.
Oh yes.
Now that's without picking a seat, food, and luggage and all that. So I'll add all that later.
Yeah, right. No, I haven't, Chris. I talked to a few, but see what happens to get over there. I'm sort of, I'm not going to get on those sites and stuff. If I get over there and find a nice one I like, and it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm sort of not that bothered. Not at this point in time, anyway. But it'd be good to have someone look after me. That's for sure. I'm starting to get that way now. I need one. But that's cheap.
Yeah, got a good price, and I'm looking at August, maybe for 2 weeks. I don't know.
There you go, Steve. Do yourself a favour and enjoy 25. Or you can drink 2-hour gin buffet.
Wow. Gin buffet. That'll be all right.
I'll have to try that stuff one day and see what it's like. I've never drunk it. It just sort of doesn't appeal to me much, you know.
Gin and tonics are nice on a hot day.
Yeah,
Can't beat a gin and tonic.
I used to drink Bundaberg rum all the time once, but man,
that's strong.
Oh yeah, it nearly killed me. So you know, I haven't drunk it since. I was only talking to my mate the other day. He said, you know, he's a drag racer guy. You know, he was telling me about. But anyway, he reckons, I could drink more rum than you because we always got on the rum fucking every night. Anyway, anyway, we got through a litre bottle and a 26 ounce and a 26 ounce. No, that's a 1 litre and a 750.
Yes.
In one night, man, I was sick for fucking days. They've never touched it again since then. That shit, it's fucking, you know. But it's funny watching some people drink it because some people it just makes them laugh, sort of thing. You know, me, I just laugh and carry on, you know, tell jokes. But on that rum, man, it just sends some people off the planet. All they want to do is punch on with everyone. It's funny, because you get old ladies getting on the stuff, and all they want to do is just get all abrasive. It's fucking funny,
Yeah.
What's that bloody 40 plus bottles to select from? I had a headache for 3 days straight. Oh yeah, man, I was sick on that rum. I reckon I just drunk too much and give myself alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, your liver didn't have enough time to process it all.
Yeah, well, we're having a wake for a mate of ours that died a year early. Anyway, oh man, bloody, he had one of those big bottles of scotch you get, like a gallon of it in a cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those, and Frank, the mate that died, he always wanted to drink it, and we never touched the stuff because we didn't like scotch, you know. But anyway, we ended up cracking it open, and we're all that drunk, you know. We just got a 10-ounce glass of straight scotch each. Everyone just sculled it. I think that's what topped it off. Man,
yeah,
it was awful. Johnny Walker, I think it was. I don't know. I'd never liked scotch much anyway.
It's an acquired taste. I can't drink it. I like bourbon.
Yeah. When I was on that Royal Caribbean ship, they whoever organised all the alcohol on there must be a big Johnny Walker drinker because they got some pretty expensive bottles on these boats. I'm talking to some of them like $1,500, $2,000.
The green one, I think, is the blue, green.
Could have been.
The red, black, blue, green. I think it is, or the other way around.
The basic stuff is the basic bourbon, and the bourbon in there they had was just basic, you know, Jim Beam and Jack Daniels and just bullshit sort of thing, you know. But when we got to bloody Vanuatu, there's a place over there. I can't remember the name of it. It's a Chinese shop, and because there's a lot of Chinese people out there, they own a lot of the shops and duty free. Geez, they had a good selection of all different bourbons. But I think the best stuff when I flew back from Thailand last time at the Brisbane airport in Eagle Farm there. When I was coming out of there, because I knew on the way onto the plane, I noticed a shop there and went and had a bit of a look, you know, like a liquor shop, and they had some really nice bourbon there. I thought, well, I'll get duty free on the way back. Well, actually, no, I bought it then. Actually, sorry. I found some Macca's Mark 101. I bought a litre bottle of that, and I've never seen it before. Yeah, and it's beautiful stuff. Anyway, I got a bottle of that, and I got a bottle of a litre bottle of something else, and I left it there, and I picked it up on the way back from Thailand. And
that's what you should do, or just buy it because they're open 24 hours. Just buy it when you arrive before you leave the international.
Yeah, I wish I could bloody get down there and buy it. You can't buy it, you know, otherwise. I was surprised because I saw a lot of stuff there I've never seen in Dan Murphy's or any of the liquor shops here. But I'd love another
bottle. It's surprising that they you can't get them at Dan Murphy's. I know you pay a bit more, but
it was quite cheap. It was only about $50 because it was duty free, you know. But yeah, you allowed 2.25 litres. But I just got 2 1 litre bottles. I got went up to where was it, Vanuatu one trip. I got a bottle of Gentleman Jack, one of those Tombstone shaped bottles. I forget what they call them, but anyway, Gentleman Jack Daniels. But anyway, I brought that home, and there you go, Shane. I brought that home anyway. Well, I didn't have my glasses on when I picked it up, and I thought it was 11.50, and I got another bottle, another 1 liter bottle or something else. Anyway, when I got back to customs here, I never realised that it was bloody 17.50.
Oh.
I declared it, I got up to customs and says, mate, I didn't have my glasses on when I saw this as 17.50 instead of 11.50. What do I do? He says, don't worry about it, it's all right. They just threw it back in the bag.
Like most things, if you declare it and if it's genuine, they're pretty good here.
Yeah, of course they are. If you try to sneak us through, I didn't know you. They'll start lying, they'll nail you, Oh man, yeah, it's bloody. They'll get good money on the trains down there, on the trams down there. I'd love to be able to bloody do that train. It'd be good driving a train. If I was a younger fellow, I'd have a go at it, but they probably wouldn't give me wouldn't let me. That sort of money, you could do it. But
yeah, they're hiring. New South Wales are hiring apparently.
Yeah.
So the network's getting bigger in Melbourne as well. They're building new lines and new stations. So there's more work.
Yeah, that's what my cousin was doing. He had a company that moved people around the train stations. Apparently, they're doing up train stations and stuff or whatever. And he had a bus company, and he was moving people around. He made a lot of money out of that place. Constant sitting, sort of. It'll give me the shit sitting down, but if you got your mind off, it's not bad.
Where I work, you can stand up. They've got a desk you raise.
Oh yeah.
So what I do, if I do a 9-hour shift, I'll sort of like 90% or 80% of it, I'm sitting down. Then near the end, my back's playing up. I just stand up for the last couple of hours.
Yeah, I
feel like I'll go through okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So that's what I'll be doing too.
There's a lot of fat bastards where I work. Geez, that's what it is. They're all young guys, and all they do is eat all day, and and they sit on their asses all day, and they're big guys, And I thought, fuck, I was big, but
right.
It's the job.
Yeah, it's a job. As long as you get decent pay, I suppose. But
the money's all right.
Yeah, you feel like slapping them. I wish somebody slapped me when I was a young bloke, and because once you put that weight on, it's hard to get off, and when you get it off, your body wants to get back to it.
They're huge guys, man. They're just big boys, And I'm thinking, you're only 28, 29. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I put it back on. You get it off, and the body just wants to get back there all the time now. Just unless you work hard to keep it off. It sort of shits me. I don't eat a great deal. I've got mates that eat 3 times a day, and they're only little skinny blokes. Wish I could just give you a bloody something to do, like a metabolism booster. That'd be handy.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's genetics, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is.
You come from a big family, you're normally big yourself.
Yeah. My mum was a bit big. He's not that big, but my old man was pretty skinny. He was hard. He was a strong bastard. He worked hard. Timber cutter. But
it's a hard job.
Yeah. Well, he cutting bloody timber all day, so it's a scary job. Those bloody trees, some of those things, you just got to be so careful cutting them. You can drop limbs off them. They get gum trees are the worst. They call them widow makers. Not so much when you cut the tree, and sometimes they don't want to go over, and you got to wedge them. That's when the limbs can come down. I've seen some pretty bad horror stories. One of my mates got creamed one time with that. Lucky he had a good helmet on. It wasn't a really big limb, but it broke his shoulder blade sort of thing. But it could have been a lot worse. But some of these big bloody trees, I don't know. I used to go up the bush with the old fella when I was a bloody little kid. I love bulldozers. They had bulldozer, but you cut the trees down, drag them back to the truck, and load them on that way. They definitely did it the hard way back then.
Have you ever been in a mine underneath?
Yeah, I went down a coal mine once. It was fucking scary. I didn't like it too much. The shaft was about a 45-degree angle. Up around Ipswich, it's all coal mines there.
Yeah.
And the old man had a crane and he leased it out to this guy, and he had a deal with the owner of the old mine, scrap metal, and he was just using it to pull stuff out of the mines and lift it and move it around the yard. And he got all these old steam engines, the little steam engines out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but when they went to electric, they had these big lumps of copper, like 12-inch round copper cables.
Yeah.
He was dragging them out with dozers and all sorts of stuff. But, one of them there went down. One cable he got out was 5 miles long.
Shit.
Copper, that was worth a few bucks. But but anyway, I walked down
I
that
did a
mine.
tour.
Hey?
I did a tour, one of the old mines in Victoria.
Oh,
and the guy gave me the helmet. I said, "What do you need that for?" He goes, "You'll see." I tell you what, I hit my head so many times.
Yeah.
Because they're so, they cut the ceiling's not even 6 foot.
No, would you go?
Very claustrophobic.
Was the one in Bendigo?
Nah, down up Leongatha.
Oh yeah. The one in the middle
And
of
it
Bendigo.
goes for miles apparently, but we didn't go all the way.
The gold mine?
No, coal. And he goes, "See this coal? This is so many, whatever, million years old," and he just chipped a bit off and gave it to me, and I still got it.
Yeah, they find fossils and all sorts of shit in a day.
Yeah.
All it is just bloody carbon from bloody trees that have been buried millions of years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
But they find stuff in the fucking things. Some of the mines I've seen in Europe and that they found all sorts of stuff in there. But it's interesting, that shit. I'm
not claustrophobic, but I felt a bit of it, especially when you turned the lights off.
Yeah, well, that's what I felt when I went down there.
Black, man, pitch black.
Yeah, terrifying. It's your body. It's your primordial instinct. You can't save yourself, sort of thing. That one I went down, it was like a 45-degree shaft, and we walked down a couple hundred meters. Yeah. Anyway, it was just all starting to close in on me. It was getting darker and darker and darker. I was going, "No, I'm out of here." Boom. Took off. The old man went down there. I said, "Fucking no. I wouldn't do it now. Wouldn't even go down the carriage now. Fuck that." There's an old gold mine in the middle of Bendigo called the Central Deborah Mine. They did tours. That was the first one they did in Bendigo. There's a lot of gold history down there in Victoria.
Yeah, Ballarat, Bendigo, that's all up
in the bush there. They still get metal detecting and that. They still pick up little bits and pieces here and there. Still get the odd big one too.
Yeah, they reopened a mine in Stawell, gold mine. Since gold went up in price, they reopened it.
Yeah, well, when the technology gets better, they usually do that as well too. They got a place up here called Mount Morgan. Anyway, it was a mountain. Now it's just a big toxic hole in the ground. And over the years, they just keep, it's just a difficult sort of rock to get the bloody the gold out of. So whenever technology changes and they can get more out, they go through it all again, because it's still got a lot of gold in the tailings. So they got a big mountain. It's just a mess.
It's not very environmental friendly.
Oh, no,
digging for gold.
Back then, it was, definitely not. But a mate of mine worked in Broken Hill. I think it was iron ore down there. He was a boilermaker, maintenance fitter sort of thing. But down there, they used to just go run a shaft and take what they need out of it. And then they'd pump all the bloody the tailings back up into the shaft again.
Okay.
But there's a lot of places that have, they sink shafts. Well, back in the old days, up around Gympie and a lot of the little towns and stuff where they had during the gold rushes, if somebody got onto some gold, they didn't tell anybody where they got it from. They weren't telling anybody where the gold mine was either. And there's so many mine shafts that just drop. I've seen it happen in Bendigo a bit, but it happens in Gympie a lot. I've seen people's bloody half their property just drops in a sinkhole because there's a bloody there's a mine shaft. Yeah, it's quite common.
One place I'd love to go is Cooper Pedy, the opals.
Yeah, it'd be hot, be good. Living underground there, it'd be not. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
I saw a documentary on it. A lot of Greeks live there. A lot of Greek immigrants went there.
Yeah,
there's a big Greek community there.
Yeah. Cooper
Pedy. Opals.
Yeah, there's a lot of places around they get opal in Australia. They get different ones. They get these pineapple opals and that. They're spiky looking things, but keep it. That's where they get some of those things look fucking beautiful. Some of those opals.
They're not cheap too.
No, exactly. But there's a bit of an art. I reckon they get them out of the ground without breaking them because they're pretty fragile.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But it's not super hard. The material that it's in. But I watched that bloody show on TV about it. But I sort of years ago I had to think about mining, and I did a lot of research and study and all that sort of stuff. I just read everything I could get back then before the internet. And it's amazing what's out there to read, Around here, they got a little bit of gold, not much, nothing sort of worthwhile. But up at Gympie, that's 100 miles north of here, they had a big rush up there. There was a lot of gold up there. Then sort of up around, certain places all the way up north, up the Palmer Goldfields. There's still quite a bit up there. It's just so remote up there, it's hard to get in there, but it's not enough for a great big multinational company to get in there and bloody do it, but it's just a little bit remote for the average fossicker. But they get a lot of the, the grey nomads and stuff. They go up there for a while and just set up camp and just have a, tipper around with a bloody metal detector and a little gold dredge in the creeks. Pick up a couple of bucks here and there. Yeah, 12. I
was watching a guy, Pattaya Beach, with a gold detector one morning, or whatever they call metal detector. Yeah. He was scooping up things, probably coins and rings and stuff. But
amazing what you get. I watched a few. There's a guy, Bondi Gold Hunt. I'll send you a link. He goes around the waterways, and he's over in Europe, and he goes over there. He's got these really powerful magnets, and he throws them out in the canals over there, and he pulls them in. And he pulls all sorts of shit in. He pulls a lot of rubbish in, but he gets a lot of good stuff too. He's from Bondi Beach, actually.
Yeah, shopping trolleys. Picks up.
Oh yeah, push bikes and all that sort of stuff. But occasionally they pull up guns or they pull up bloody, old safes, and sometimes they've got shit in them or whatever, and sometimes they pull up bloody all sorts of stuff. There's another one I was watching too, where they're in this sort of pretty fast running creek. Anyway, down there just having a bit of a look around, and there's bloody they're picking up rings and all sorts of shit. Nothing of huge value. But I read a book on metal detecting once from this one guy. He went around a lot of the old gold diggings. Anyway, back in the day, a lot of people would hide their shit. They hide their bloody gold and hide their guns and all that in the walls of the buildings of the houses that they'd built. And he was finding stuff. He was finding, bits of some gold and all that sort of stuff, guns and all sorts of shit. Around Victoria, there's a lot of places up in the bush there. It's just been abandoned. You got those stone places and that with no roof on them. I saw quite a few of them when I was driving around down there. But it's amazing how some of those little towns out there are quite small now, but they were massive back in the gold days.
During the gold rush, Jesus.
Yeah, Clunes. I've got a mate that lives in Clunes. I went out there, and I think in the heyday, there's 21 pubs in the main street.
Jesus Christ!
Now it's just a little country town. They pull a lot of gold out of there. Out the back of Vin's place, he had bull terriers of it. That's when I had me bull terriers. I went down there, and there's all along this creek bed. There's just all these mine shafts, mullock everywhere. They still go over there on mullock. When the metal detectors come along, they started making good money out of finding gold in mullock that they couldn't see, or they were inside rock and all that sort of thing. But everyone's doing it now. I had an old girlfriend. She was living up at Frystown, just near Castlemaine. Went down to see her sometimes too when I was down there. I went down there a fair bit at one point.
You used to drive down or fly down?
Oh, I'd fly down there and hire a car.
Yeah.
I was only there for a few days. I used to bloody, because when I was breeding my dogs, there's a lot of good dogs down there I wanted to use over my bitches. And I'd take them down those excess baggage and, and I'd just sort of go to a kennel sort of thing, out the dog, and I'd leave her there for the week and just go around, make sure they do the matings and all that sort of stuff. And after a week, I'd come back home again. But in the week I was there, I'd go around and have a bit of a look around. I really like Bendigo. It's a really nice place. I never got
Bendigo's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Well, I love that Shamrock Hotel. That one really caught me. But it's a really pretty town, because there's so much, like they reckon Chico rolls were invented in Bendigo.
Oh, I thought it was in Wagga.
Where?
Wagga. Well, am I getting it mixed up with Vegemite?
I don't know.
I thought it was Wagga.
I could be wrong.
Wagga. Some guy in Wagga invented the old Chico roll. Oh, that's what I thought anyway. But
Yeah, right. Hang on,
you can't get them anywhere else. Only in Australia.
Chico rolls, yeah, right. Yeah, I used to, I remember when I was a young fellow, I used to get the Chico rolls and you squeeze the guts out of them and bloody, you squeeze the guts out of them, fill it full of chips or something like that, you know. The ghost did that, all sorts of shit. You got to get inventive when you're on the piss.
I fucking love them. I still buy them. I still buy them. You get them at Coles, like the frozen ones.
Yeah, they're not as good as the ones you buy at the shop, but.
Oh well, so I haven't got a deep fry. I put them in the oven, so they're not the same. But they even give you the little bags you can put them in and hold in your hand while you're eating it. Can't beat it.
Yeah, I've got those bags before. Chico's. Where did Chico's? Chico.
I thought it was Wagga. It could be Bendigo. I don't know.
No, just curious. Yeah, Bendigo. Yeah,
Bendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting. You know what's in Wagga? Milo.
Milo, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's funny, you go to Thailand and they love the Milo over there, and I tell them this is Australian. But
yeah, here we go. Chico roll was developed by Frank Mancrow or some bloody thing. A Boilermaker from Bendigo.
There you go.
Yeah, it takes a Boilermaker. There you go, Frosty.
And I think Milo was in Wagga, but in Thailand, the Milo, I looked at where it's made. It's Malaysian.
Oh, right.
Who owns Milo? Nestle. So they obviously got a factory in Malaysia. You know?
Right.
They love the Milo over there. I said, that's Australian.
Yeah.
That's Aussie, man.
Exactly.
One of our great inventions. Vegemite, Milo, Chico roll.
Yeah.
The what's it called? The backyard, is it the where you put your clothes?
Oh, Hills Hoist.
Hills Hoist.
Yeah.
That's an Aussie invention.
Yeah, fair enough.
I remember years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine from Brazil, and I said, I'll show you my backyard. And I showed her my backyard. She goes, what's that thing in the backyard with all the clothes around it going round and around?
Yeah.
Hills Hoist.
Yeah, I've got one in my backyard. It doesn't go up and down anymore, but it still works.
We used to ride on them as kids.
Oh, yeah. Ones, you know? I had one of my dogs one time, one of my bullies. I used to hang a leather strap out of it, and she used to get it and swing it backwards and forwards and run around in circles all day with it. It's a stupid fucking thing, you know.
Yeah.
Kept it fit. Yeah, well, you know, I used to try to train the other ones to do it too, you know, but there was a bit of concrete there, you know, and running on concrete kept their toenails down.
Yeah.
So up that part down, so it was killing two birds with one stone, plus they're building up their leg, you know, they're bloody keeping them fit. Another one I had, I'll give her a soccer ball. All she did all day with that one was just dribble this fucking soccer ball around the yard all day. She was a nice bitch, but she was just nervous, you know. It's a pity I couldn't show her because she didn't like anybody but me. But if somebody probably come up and tried to grab her and have a look on her mouth, she'd take their fucking fingers off. She wasn't real pleasurable, that one, to be around sometimes. But she's all right. I said she was good with me, but she was a good little bitch. Very tricolour bull terrier. Not many. I used to breed. I used to specifically breed for reds and tricolour bitches. I didn't worry too much about males. I never kept males. I always kept bitches. But no, you know, I did all right with them. There he is. She dropped off. Maybe back in a sec. Hang on a second. I didn't fucking hang on a second. Oh, what's going on here? Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. There he is. He's back again.
No, I'm back.
Yeah.
I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to check the chat, and I pressed the wrong button. I think. on the mobile phone, it's so awkward. Like, on the computer, you got the screens and that. But
yeah, well, I sort of on this tablet, I use a stylus pen thing. It's just when you went, I thought, I hope I didn't press a button. I hope I didn't touch your thing on the way past.
No. It's just I went to check the chat, see who's chatting. Then I pressed the leave instead of the other one, the chat button. Anyway,
I'm fucking. He's not tired,
no, well, you can sleep in tomorrow. You can have a day off.
Yeah. Well, there's still going to be about 34 here tomorrow. It won't be as hot, I suppose, but I'll sort of give this guy a ring shortly and just hit him up with some cash. I'll go pick it up tomorrow.
Good.
I just want to get that trailer. I had it hooked up to the back of my car. I just wanted to get it off my car and get it out of here.
I'll just go grab a drink, Ray. I'll be back. I'll just grab a drink.
Okay. Yeah, that 12 Apostles, Steve, is a nice place down there. It's a nice drive across to South Australia there. It's a nice country down that way. Sort of should buy a caravan and go do it myself and have a look around down there. I used to hire a car. When I go down that way, I just hire a car and just drive around for a little bit and then that way you're not tied to the place. Oh, man. I might wind it up soon, I think. I'm a little bit tired. Not a little bit tired, a lot tired, actually. Oh, man. There's the weather over there, Frosty. Pretty cold. Yeah, I can imagine. It's sticking hot here at the moment, mate. It's bloody 37 degrees here today, probably 34 tomorrow. But it's that time of the year here. We usually get about 3 months hot during the year. The rest of the year is beautiful here. March is spring and March is spring and bloody autumn are the best. We don't get any, like as far as winter goes, we get bugger all. We get hardly anything. Nothing compared to what you fellas get over there, that's for sure. I don't know how I'd leave. I think I'd leave if I suppose if I grew up and it might be different, but it doesn't really interest me much. Bloody too much bloody seeing it. Yeah, no worries, Steve. Take care. Have a good one. Yeah, I might wind it up, I think, when Zimmy gets back. I get a bit tired. Oh, I need a fart. Oh, Zimmy. I could have shared that with him.
I'm back.
You're back, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might wind it up in a minute. I think it's pretty fucking.
You sound really tired, right?
Oh, I am. I just want to see what's on TV, and I might have an early one tonight, I think. I sort of went to bed early last night, so I could get out of bed pretty early and get out there reasonably early without waking the neighbours and shit up, But anyway, I just wanted to get into it as much as I can while it was still cool. But luckily,
Yeah, well, that's right. You don't want to do it in the middle of the day.
No. Well, about 10 o'clock, the sun come up, sort of thing. So I had about 3/4 of an hour in the sun. And it wasn't pleasant. Bloody welder wasn't running 100% either. I'm putting a different type of wire, some bronze coated wire in the machine, and for some reason it picks up moisture. And unless you wrap it up with alfoil when you finish using it and store it, it gets a little bit of surface rust on the wire, and then it just doesn't want to run real well.
No.
And it doesn't like welded galvanized steel either, so I found out. But anyway, otherwise it welds beautiful, that stuff. It doesn't splatter shit everywhere easily, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's another.
What do you think of ScoMo when he was welding and he looked right into it? Did you see that?
He's a fucking idiot. You think he would have realized, you think he would have looked around and realized, oh, everybody's wearing a helmet when they're welding. Maybe I should be doing that, Not the sharpest tool in the box, that's fucking sure.
Oh, God.
It's funny watching white collar workers try to do that trade, unless they know what they're doing, they can hurt themselves.
My cousin had a welding business and he showed me, it's amazing what you mean through those dark bloody glass. What you see still, fuck.
I sort of love welding, but I'm getting a bit old for it, but it's I love to build things. I love to create things with my hands, sort of thing. I've always done it all my life, sort of thing. I work with my hands, sort of thing. Always done it, but everybody's got a talent at something, just mine isn't sort of like computers or whatever, or in an office or whatever. Mine's just sort of building shit. Sort of like doing it. But these days, back then, you couldn't really get good pay, but these days you can. You can.
Trade now. You're laughing. You fucking ask what you like.
Yeah, I know. I got bloody. I'm a Boilermaker, blacksmith, and sheet metal worker. And I did a wool class, of course, when I left school. I hated it. I couldn't get out of it quick enough, but I never got me indentures and everything else. But I could get a job working with bloody Boilermakers and whatever. And even sheet metal workers. I've done everything, sort of thing, over the years. It comes in handy because there's not much there I can't really make, So, but if you I like watching some of these shows on TV. Even that show called Forged in Fire. I sit there watching that, and it must be pretty hard for those blokes trying to make a blade in a certain amount of time. You can't really do it, because there's so much involved in blacksmithing, sort of thing, or blade making. You can't sort of just sit there doing it with a clock bloody ticking away in your ear holes. Yeah, well, metal, metal's metal. You got to heat, you got to heat cycle the metal and all that sort of stuff. You got to temper it and all that sort of stuff. There's so much involved, and they don't sort of, they don't point those little bits out. Even when you're quenching like a long blade sort of thing, like metal. When you get over a certain temperature, it demagnetizes, and that's what they call heat cycling. So you heat it up so you put a magnet on it. Once it's not, it won't stick to it, sort of thing. It's demagnetized, and then you let it cool back down until it magnetizes, and then you heat it up, and you keep doing that for a while. But the art is trying to see how hot you can get past, but demagnetizing and how long you can sort of let it cool down for, sort of thing. Some of the old bladesmiths, they just genius. It took them a lifetime to figure it all out, but there's so much involved in it, sort of thing. It's incredible. But but even if you get your metal too hot, and if you bloody you put your blade in the well, they quench it in water. We always used to quench it in oil because it had sulfur in it. But if you got to keep you used to have to quench it in, because when I say it's magnetized, when it magnetizes, it'll pull to the north and the south. So the thing, so you basically, when you drop your blade in to quench it, you got to quench it north and south. You can't go east to west, otherwise they can bow. There's so much involved. There's so much of that sort of shit that
I've learned something today.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky, sort of thing, but I wouldn't call myself a fucking master at it. I've been around it quite a bit. I've made a lot of stuff, in the fire, but some of those old samurai sword makers, they used to, they couldn't class themselves a master until they got like 80-year-old.
Yeah, I know. They're amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible to watch. And all different cultures, they talk about samurai swords and all that sort of stuff. But all different cultures had their swords, and they did them in different ways. Like samurai, they basically had two different types of metal. I won't go into it now. I can go on all night or go on all night about it. But you had the Vikings. They had a crucible type sword. They had a really good type of steel, and they poured it into a mold. And they made these. They call these swords Ufbert swords. And then you had the proper bloody Woots Damascus steel that Saladin used to make. That was a different thing again altogether. There's so much there. They've forgotten how to make them all that sort of stuff. But anyway, better close it down. I think while we've got the big numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat something and have a shower and then get ready. I've got 5 days stint after tomorrow. Yeah. 5 days on, then I think I've got 3 days off after that. So I've got the weekend off again next week, so it's good.
Well, at least there's money in the bank. You get a decent amount bloody per
hour.
Yeah,
working afternoons helps. The money's shit during the day, but working after 6 o'clock, they give you a loading. So, and if you do a couple of overtime shifts and stuff.
At least you won't be counting your pennies on your next trip.
No, I didn't count it last time. I was spending my savings, but this time I'll have savings from work.
Yeah, well,
instead of money in the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's worse than when you're going on a holiday and you count fucking pennies and wondering whether you can do that. I hate that shit.
I hate that, especially going for 2 months. Like I'm going for 1 month this time. I know roughly how much I spend.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, I don't sort of spend a huge amount of money, I'm pretty frugal, otherwise sort of thing, but over there, you got to take into the bloody tie factor too, because they like to, it's like they're bloody, you can feel your pocket getting pulled in all different directions walking down the road, But, if you got a girl there, you got to sort of, basically not only look after her, you're looking after the family too, you got to take all that into as well, and
it's cheap though, it's cheap. Taking her out with the mum and daughter, it's, $40-50. You have a great night.
Of course,
you do that once a week. Big deal.
Yeah, of course, it's worth it for the money. Worth it for the memories. And it's good. You're doing somebody a good turn there too. So, and that's what I like about Thai people. You do them a good turn. They sort of light up. They react really well to it. Some people treat them like shit, sort of thing. They wonder why they get shit back. But
I hate those fucking expats that do that. I can't stand them.
I just can't stand that shit. But anyway. It's all good. No worries. We'll have a good one.
All right, mate. Thanks for letting me on.
Yeah, no worries.
Have a good night. I'm go have a shower and then I'll watch a bit of TV and
no worries.
Call it a night.
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep my eyes open for a while. And then I'll give my mate a ring and sort of go from there. Okie dokie.
Take it easy. See you later. See you, everyone.
See you later. See you later, Frost.